Hi everyone, how are you doing? It's Ari. We've got Sharkey coming up in a moment. He's going to be running you through how we're likely to set up against Manchester City, formations, style of play, etc, etc. So we'll come to Sharkey in a moment. What I'm going to quickly do is just run you through some news, really, the last 24 to 36 hours, which we haven't really touched upon on video. We'll have across the social media and on the website, of course. Chelsea in the FA Cup, we've got them. Chelsea scraped through against Norwich. They're so lucky going through on penalties, but it's a way to Stamford Bridge. We'll obviously build up to that game when it gets near to there. Stuart Finley, the Scottish centre-back, has joined, well, he hasn't joined, he's extended his loan stay at Kilmarnock for the rest of the season. This is what he quickly said about extending his stay.
I feel it's been a lot better for me. I feel I've matured a lot and I've been more than a mainstay in the team than I was the first time I was here. So everything's going positive and that's been easy for me wanting to stay for a second half of the season. So
nice for Stuart. I think it's right because there's no point bringing him back to the under-23s. Not really competitive football, so it's good that Finley is getting league football against other professionals as well in the Scottish Premier League as well. Now also Kyle Cameron has headed north of the border as well. He can play left back, centre back, seen him play several times for the under-23s this season. He has joined Queen of the South in the lower ends of the Scottish Football League, but again, it's competitive football. It's better than playing under-23s in my eyes, so good luck to Kyle. We'll keep updated with him towards the end of the season as well. So two loans news for you there. Right, the Chronicle grabbed me once when I was doing when I was on the news, the scenes, and I had a chat with them about Mike Ashley yesterday. It was here it is.
Same old, isn't it? You don't know what you're going to get with this club. Is he selling the club? Is it a PR stunt? Well, I think we're going to be waiting on the official word from the club, from Mike Ashley's camp as well, maybe even PCP Capitals, because nobody seems to know what's going on at the moment, which is a little bit concerning. But on the positive, if there's anything to come out of this, if the takeover doesn't happen in the short term, Rafa might know his transfer budget for the rest of January. Well, that's what it is. The fans are putting the hopes on finally getting Mike Ashley out of the club. I mean, 2 relegations, possibly 3, and I don't think we'll go down with Rafa, but in a decade, that's too many. A club like this, the size of it, should be competing at least for the Europa League week every season, without a shadow of a doubt, and it's got massive potential. But always seem to see that for the last 10 to 15, 20 years, ever since Keegan was here, that this club could go places if someone wants to chuck money at it.
Right, okay, so moving off that then, I just want to touch upon the under-23s. Won 4-0. Pretty convincing. We're seeing a double from Dan Barlaser. Great to see Dan, because I think he needs to add goals to his game. And Luke Charman, who's our top scorer this season, he also got a double as well. So nice, easy 4-0 win away at Burnley, which was played at Stockport, which isn't a million miles away from Burnley. It's in the Premier League Cup, if you don't know what that is. It's like a Champions League format. So you've got 4 teams, you play 6 games, top 2 qualify. Newcastle are now top of their group after that convincing win, and they've scored 15 goals so far in 4 games, so it's impressive. Newcastle are doing well in that competition. Not so much the league, was struggling a little bit in that league as well. It's going to touch upon a couple of the lineups basically of that game. So we're seeing Pearson back for the first time in over 18 months. Fantastic to see him back in the nets. Jamie Sterry, Owen Bailey, Macaulay Gillespie, Michael Newbury, Jack Hunter, Dan Barlaser, Victor Fernandez, Mo Sangare, Carl Roberts, Luke Charman, as I touch upon. We're seeing at half-time Stephen O'Connor come on, and then later on we're seeing Yassan Ben Almani, who was obviously involved in that investigation with Peter Beardsley. Lewis McNall also come off the bench as well. So that's the news, just basically around the club last 24 to 36 hours. I'm going to hand it over to Sharkey, and he's going to bring it up to speed on what he thinks we're going to set up against Manchester City this weekend. Over to you, Sharkey, lad.
Cheers, Lee. So I'm just going to be running through the team that I think Rafa Benitez will choose against Manchester City on Saturday at the Etihad Stadium. It will be a completely different team to what he chose against Swansea City at St James's Park last weekend. I think Rafa Benitez will not want to open up against Manchester City, so I think he'll go with a 4-4-1-1 formation. He'll be very, very cautious. He'll try to hit Manchester City on the counter-attack because they're going to have a lot more of the ball. They're at home. And bear in mind, we've hit Man City at the wrong time, as they were beaten for the first time this season against Liverpool, 4-3 at Anfield. Now they'll want to try and hit the ground running with Pep Guardiola. He'll want to think, right, okay, that was a defeat, but let's try and get back on track. They're 12 points clear of Manchester United. Anyway, with the team, I think up front he'll go with Dwight Gale, a young lad, got a bit of pace about him, and if Newcastle can somehow get forward, he's got that pace to break and try and work Edison. Just behind him, I think it'll be Ayoze Perez, I say. He's got the capabilities of scoring goals of late. He's in form. You play your players in form, and he can do the work where he can make tackles and do the work that other players wouldn't necessarily do. On the wings, I think you'd put in Christian Atsu and Richie. Atsu's got pace. Richie will, literally with his experience, he'll cut in and try and cause problems to that Man City defence if and when we get the opportunity. In that midfield, interesting, I think you'll go with John Joe Shelby because of his experience, the balls that he can do, his calmness at times, trying to make something happen, and he's been there, done it against the bigger sort of clubs. Then just alongside him, I've gone with Isaac Hayden, young lad. I think I would have Moreno in, but with Hayden being so defensive, young lad, and he plays better away from home, I think this would suit him, Manchester City, and we're not really going to have much of the ball, so it's how we defend to try and stop Manchester City from causing problems, to our back four. And talking of the back four, I think you'll go with Mankior on one side, and the other side you'll go with Paul Dummett, your two experienced right and left backs. Centre back, you'll go with Jamal Lascelles. He's a captain, real leader. He'll speak, he'll talk to the players. He's not scared to tell players what they can and shouldn't do, against Man City, because they will cause problems. And just next to him, I think you'll go with Kieran Clark. And Mbemba might come in, but like anything, it remains to be seen. Then in goal, it'll be Carl Darlow. What's your formation? What is your team? What would you pick? That's just what I've chosen. But, there could be something completely different to what I've already said. I think overall in the game, I think Newcastle will sit back. I don't think we'll have as much of the ball as what Man City do. They're at home, and they'll have the crowd right behind them. We'll bring 3,000 to 4,000 fans there as well. But it's all about, working the ball, staying calm, passing the ball and trying to create opportunities. Let's just not sit back like we did at St James's Park. Let's just give it a real go. Let's really make a real fist of it like we did in the last 10 minutes, because we didn't turn up until the last, few minutes of the game. We could have got something, but Man City deserve to win overall. But if we can, show what we're really about, then, hey, let's just give it our best shot. If we get beat, we'll get beat. But at the end of the day, if we get beat by giving it a go, then there's nothing wrong with that. It's a bonus game, and, we're not going to be getting judged against Man City. We're going to be getting judged against teams in and around us, but it's going to be a tough game. You leave me your score predictions down below as well. Don't forget to give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV. I've been Sharkey, your fourth presenter. Enjoy the game. See you all later.